Hey guys, Worlder here. Today we're going to be going over the Ancient Starweave. Let's check it out. So just to give a quick description on what Starweave actually does, let's go ahead and check it out. Starweave reduces the amount of set items required for a set bonus by 1. You must have at least 2 items of a specific set equipped. Starweave is actually obtained at tier 9. You also get these 2 extra bonuses, which is going to be plus 5% damage bonus and plus 5% damage reduction, which you can't get until you get your Ancient Starweave up tiered past tier 11 into tier 12. So once you get it into tier 12, you'll be able to obtain those last 2 bonuses. Now, how do you get Starweave? Starweave isn't something you find in a dungeon or a raid or world boss or anywhere. You actually have to craft it in the smithy tab. So let me go ahead and show you the recipe, then I'll show you where to get it. So in the smithy here, go to craft, type in weave. Now here you'll see that there are 2 types of Starweaves. They're the exact same thing. If you hover over this one, it says Ancient Ring, and if you hover over this one, it says Ancient Neck. Now, it's pretty much just the same thing in a different slot. So let's say you needed it to be in the neck instead of the ring to take advantage of a certain build. That's when you would swap it over. You can build one and then swap it over later. So don't worry about that. If you don't know which one to pick, you can always change it later. Okay. First off, you're going to need the 1 million gold, which is very, very easy to get farming for this, which I'll show you later. And the second thing you're going to need is this ancient material, Soothing Shard. Now, the shard is actually one of the easier things to get, but let's just say it's not that easy as well, just depending on where you are in the game. This also is the area where you get the recipe. So let me go ahead and show you where to get that. If you go to quests here on the top left, you're going to go to zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Galerin. So here we are in Galerin. In order to unlock the recipe, you need to first defeat this dungeon down here. How do you defeat this dungeon? How do you get this dungeon unlocked? You have to first defeat Gugaman's Vault and the Trilogy Chamber here in Tier 8. Upon defeating those, you'll get this dungeon unlocked and Tier 9 Echelon unlocked. So this D3 here, which is going to be Obliterin, otherwise known as the quote-unquote D4 of the area. And for some reason, this zone only has 2 regular dungeons and then 1 ancient dungeon. Not sure why, but this is the D4 of the area, D3, whatever you want to call it. After defeating this, you will be getting the recipe unlocked in your smithy, and you will be getting that shard, like I said earlier, here, under this little 2 here. I'm not sure what number it'll show you there, but right here, you'll see Milestones. After clicking it, you'll see Milestones. Under Milestones, once defeating it, you'll get this little box here light up, and it'll have its own little like sentence and text and all that for that specific challenge in order to unlock it. So if you don't get that shard, don't freak out. Just make sure you check your milestones before you freak out, because this did change a long time ago. It used to be different. You would just get the material. Now you have to claim it in the milestone. That is how you get the first ancient material of the area. And for the second one, go to craft here, go to weave. You're going to see you need this crystal. How do you get the crystal? Well, let's go ahead and type out crystal here. Okay, you see here that you're going to need 4 types of mythic material just to make this crystal. And not only that, you're going to need 5 of this one, 5 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 of this one. We're going to go ahead and go over each and every one and where to get them. Now, all 5 of these can be in the same area for the Glacius Cumuli. Let's go ahead and show you. It's going to be in the raid section. It's going to be on raid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is Mallowdale. You hit summon, go to the treasure chest on the bottom here, and you'll see all the loot here. And if you hover over any of them, you'll see tier 9. Now, how do you get Glacius Cumuli? You don't see it here in the mythic drops. Well, you actually have to get one of these 2 items. Well, 5 of a assortment of these 2 items. It doesn't really matter. You can get 4 Veilage and 1 Flicker Rate, or you can just get all Veilage or all Flicker Rate. It doesn't matter. As long as you get a combined total of 5, you just get those. You come to the smithy over here, and you go to the melt tab, and you melt them. Once melting them, you will get that material. And that's how you will get those 5 Glacius Cumuli. Now, how do you get the Avum Cumuli? The Avum Cumuli is actually going to be in Trials or Gauntlet. This week I have Gauntlet, so I'm going to show you in Gauntlet. And it's going to be under the Difficulty tab. Scroll down to Tier 9, 440 to 449. Now make sure that this is the cyan color here, or the set color. There is going to be two different ones to say Tier 9. This one only drops Legendary, the 290 to 439. So make sure the 440 and 499 is unlocked. And if you don't see this here, mind you, there is only one way to unlock 440 to 449, and that's by going back to quests and making sure you 3-star each dungeon here. There's only 2, so you only have to do a total of 6. 3 of these and 3 of these to get that unlocked for both Trials and Gauntlet. So once you select Tier 9 here, 440 to 499, you'll see here under the treasure chest that there is 2 more mythics. There's Moon Collage and there's Lava Defender. Again, same thing as the raid ones. You only need 5. It doesn't matter which ones. Just get 5 and melt them in the smithy. Now, going back to the recipe here, we're going to see these last 2, and I'm going to be going over these last 2 at the same time because they're both located in World Boss. They're just in different bosses. So for the first one here, the green one, you're going to go to World Boss. You're going to go to Summon. You're going to go to the first World Boss here, which is Orlag Clan. Hit Summon, and make sure you're under Tier 9. You have to be in Tier 9. Once you defeat Tier 8 Galerin, you will have the Tier 9 World Boss unlocked. You have to make sure you do the Heroic difficulty, so you have the Mythic items unlocked for the drop pool. Now, these are the 2 mythic items, Dewey Decal and Mag Masher. As you can see here, they are in Tier 9. So just get a combined total of 3 of these and melt them in the smithy so you can get the Turber's Cumuli. Now for the next one, which is the last one, it's going to be the Septos Cumuli, which is going to be obtained in Netherworld. Netherworld is pretty much the same exact thing as Orlag, it's just its own world boss. Has to be Tier 9 as well, has to be Heroic as well. Go to the treasure chest and you'll see Shifting Breeze and Bright Star. You get a combined total of 3 of these and you scrap them, and you can pretty much get the last 3 mythic material you need in order to craft Starweave. Now, if we go back over here and you see Crystal, you'll see here you get the 5, the 5, the 3, and the 3, and you craft the last piece, which is this crystal here. Weave, and you'll see that once you have those 2, you'll be able to craft it easy peasy. So what can Starweave be used for? What's the whole reason of using it? What build could you use it for? Well, I'm going to show you a build here, just a random build, doesn't matter, nothing crazy. I have this guy here ready, waiting to go. This is labeled Weave Test. I have all the runes, the mount, and the enchants ready because they're not really that important for what I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and slap on Starweave just to start off. Starweave, you already know what it does because I explained it at the beginning. Reduces the amount of set material needed by 1. And let's go over here. We're going to start off with using the set Pashima. Pashima is going to be the set we're using. So if you see here, the 2, 3, and 4 star bonuses are useless right now. They're all grayed out. You can't use them because you only have 1 item. You need 2 to use Purification, 25%. You need 3 for the 20% chance bleed, and you need 4 for the backstab. So now here we're going to be adding the second piece, which is going to be the offhand. And you can see here, oh look, you have the Purification and the bleed unlocked for the 3 out of 4 bonus. Why do you have the 3 out of 4 unlocked? Well, it's because you have Starweave. So Starweave acts as a 3rd piece, a 4th piece for you, so you don't have to have that random piece. So you can try to fit something in your build that's a little different. So without Starweave, let's see how the set would look without Starweave. Without Starweave, you'll see the set here like this. Right there, Pashima, there you go. That's going to be the set. You have all of them there. But let's say you don't want to use the body. Let's say you want to use a different body. Let's say you got this really awesome mythic body that you just want to use. This one, for example, prevents a teammate's death. Then heal and shield them for 150% once per adventure. Yeah, you want to use that in your build, but of course it takes away the 4 out of 4 bonus and you're stuck with the 3 out of 4 bonus. Just slap on your Starweave. Once you slap on your Starweave, you have all 4 out of 4 bonuses. along with that mythic that you wanted to utilize. So that is what's so amazing with Starweave. And another thing, let's go ahead and show you another set. If you, for example, have a set that you really can't utilize Starweave with, and there's really not too many sets that are like that, but there are a good amount that are like that as well. Go ahead and take off Starweave here. So let's start off by putting on the ring. This is going to be the Venture set. The neck, the main hand, and the body right there. You can see here, you don't technically need weave in order to use this set, but here's another thing you can do with weave. Let's go ahead and put on weave. Now, you not only have a 4 out of 4, but you have the plus 5% damage bonus and plus 5% damage reduction to go with it. So this slightly makes it better, but what else can you do with Starweave that some people just don't think about when they first see that Ancient? Well, you can combine sets and just get a lot of crazy combinations. So let's go ahead and slap that Poshima set back on. So we have these 2 pieces empty. We're going to fit Poshima here. Now, not only do you have the 4 out of 4 from Venturer, you also have the damage bonus and damage reduction bonus, as well as the 2 and 3 out of 4 from Poshima. So now you have this whole set here you can do, plus 7.5% team health. Overhealing is converted to shields, 10% chance to spread heal when an ally gets hit, 75% chance to freeze furthest for so-and-so damage when you heal from skills, 75% to freeze closest for so-and-so when you shield from skills. That's the first set. You also now have the second set, 3 out of 4, 25% purification, 20% chance to bleed enemy for so-and-so when you hit them, 15% of power against bleeding enemies. Like, you have all of these bonuses just because you're able to use weave. Now, if you take off weave and you just put the Venturer ring here, you'll see here that, yeah, you get the full Venture, but you don't get that 20% chance to bleed enemy when you hit them and the 15% empower chance against bleeding enemies. You don't get that because you don't have weave. So weave not only makes it to where you need less sets items in order to take advantage of a set, but it'll let you do some crazy combinations and utilize more sets. Now, that is why I think Starweave is such an amazing Ancient. This is personally my favorite Ancient in the game, which is why I'm making a video on this one first. Do I recommend this Ancient to anybody? Yes, of course I do. This is probably the only Ancient I would recommend every player get. Whether you're pay to play, free to play, or in between, doesn't really matter. This is a very obtainable Ancient that you can get very early on, and the sooner you learn about this, the better and easier it'll be on you. So I definitely recommend going for this Ancient. If you guys have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. If you guys have any awesome builds that you are thinking about or that you've already made, share them down there. I would love to try them out or talk about them with you in the comments. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is World Eater. Have a great one, guys. Peace.